2023. Hello, my airbenders. Show your love and support to your girl Marie. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for everyone who has. I really appreciate the love energy and just the support. It's so nice. It's so awesome. So, anyways, yeah, so make sure to like, subscribe, and share. I am available for readings and weekly, not weekly, readings and yearlies and 6-month reports. You can check it out in the link in the description box below. Let me see what else. I don't think that's anything else. I think that's it. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's all I can think of. So anyways, this week Pluto is semi-sextiling the sun in the first and second house now. Your values are changing as a result. You may be selling stuff that you own. You could be giving away things that you own. You could be decluttering your home at this time. Your financial plans are like changing as well. Vesta is forming an air trine, so it's a beautiful time for the power of prayer, the law of attraction, because we also have a water trine happening with the second, sixth, and 10th house. So delve into your spirituality. This is change happening at this time. You can be using this time to work on yourself, redefine who you are as a person. This can be growth happening with your career, creating emotional stability. You can be changing your appearance to match your growth, or you could be really having some like really great self-worth and self-esteem. And so that inside needs to match the outer side out at this time. So this could be a beautiful time for you feeling all yummy and scrumptious. Yes, bitches. You are unbothered by what other people think or say about you. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Okay. Hey, Andrea. But bitches will never hurt me. Ow. Okay. Bitches will never hurt me. Alrighty. You can be relying more on your intuition. This is a beautiful time for thoughts to become things. You're happy, you're bubbly, you're optimistic at this time, especially if you enjoy what you love doing. For some of you, you're a really good parent at this time, and you could find yourself really bonding with your children. This is likely a busy time for you. You have a chance to get a clear picture of where you're headed in life. It is a good time for making decisions, okay? You know what I'm saying? Hi, okay. It is a good time making decisions. Whatever is bothering you at this time, you tend to keep it to yourself. There could be a lack of communication going on between you and your partner. When is there isn't. Hello, goodbye. You're just not talking about your feelings at this time to other people, especially your partner. You're going into hermit mode with this energy. You could be over your relationship for some of you, like you got no emotions for this person, and it's almost like you got a bad taste in your mouth about this person, and it's like they could go. It's like you could go. You're not hurting my feelings, like for real. You can go. Okay, just write the child support check and let me have custody of my kids and have a nice day, boo boo. All right, hey Roblox. Alrighty, so you're like there. Love relationships can suffer at this time because Pluto and the opposition with your seventh house with Vulcan. Okay, so then on Tuesday, you're more about your financial situation. You could be saving your money. You could be more conservative. You could be getting rid of apps at this time as a way to save your money. You may prefer to hold back on investments or minimize risk at this time. You're definitely more secretive about what you own. So some of you could be like going through a divorce at this time and not revealing your assets, stuff like that, and keeping it to yourself. Like, I'm broke, but you a doctor. I'm broke. This could also be a popular energy time for you and a busy time for you. You can be butting heads with your live-in relationship because you can be focused on work and everyone else can be vibing for your attention. And you may not appreciate that at this time because you're very ambitious at this time and you have other things going on in your life, and it's like, well, why can't my partner do these things with my kids? Why can't they help out with this energy? So you could be feeling the weight of that relationship, and you can be snippy and snappy with this person because this person is like off doing their own thing, and you're like, okay, so this could be a time where you're kind of like snapping at others. Pleasant conversations can occupy your time. Others may voice their affection for you or compliment you. It is a good time to approach others for favors. Your views and ideas are more popular now. You can, you need to cock those brains before you shoot that mouth off because you can be quite cruel. You suffer from obsessive thoughts and find it difficult to think calmly and positively at this time. You're focused on your thoughts and opinions and may not listen to others. You need to watch the way you're thinking at this time and try to keep the energy positive, even when we can't see in the dark. You know what? Even when we can't see in the dark, still try to keep the energy positive because it's not that, it's not the art of keeping things positive when you're in the dark and you're going through your darkness and your emotional tar. it's not that you keep it positive. You make it positive to help bring more light into the situation. It's kind of like, in the Torah, it talks about like King Solomon or King David, one of them, I think it's David, when he was going through his dark, no matter, and walking, and he just kept going through the darkness, but he kept it positive, and he kept praising God and thanking God for everything and stuff like that. Even when he wasn't feeling it, sometimes you have to fake it till you make it kind of situation. And especially with positive energy, when you're really going through the darkness, you just have to continue praying and thanking God for all the blessings that he brings into your life. Okay, it's preaching Sunday. Okay, so for all the Christians, hey, it's preaching Sunday, so I am your pastor. Okay, Miss Moore, not Mrs. Moore. All right. So even, because because what you're doing by bringing in that positive energy, even when you can't see it, and delving into prayer consciousness, even when you can't see it, you are bringing the light energy into your life in the dark. So even though you're walking through a dark tunnel, by saying, thank you God, thank you God, thank you God, and all this stuff, and doing all these positive affirmations and keeping it positive, you're drawing light into darkness. So that's why you need to keep it positive even when you can't see in the dark. So it's like that. Alrighty. So yeah, the sermon is done. So thank you. Thank you. God bless you. All right. You can be feeling stuck in certain situations, but again, delve into positive energy. Stop worrying. Let go of the control and delve and give it to God. Even when you can't see it, just focus on prayer consciousness to draw in light so God can lighten and find you solutions to your problems. Your sense of identity is changing profoundly at this time. You may have more ambition than before. This is a good time to assess your expenditures and financial status and make adjustments if necessary. For some of you, you can get into petty arguments and arguing over petty little things. So be about bigger picture, because it's not worth it. Well, sometimes, okay, like my son. My son is Haitian, right? Haitian Jew. So, like this week, he kept being called the N word by this boy named Liam, which I didn't understand because Liam is a very Jewish name. And he kept being picked on. And I said, well, you're always going to get picked on. And he's 11. And I said, you're always going to get picked on. And I said, but when you start to understand that everybody is going through it, because the picked on part, that's a part of ego, right? And it's a part of ego that wants to be accepted by everybody. But when you realize that everything that we go through in life is temporary, and even when it's so difficult for you to see because ego's being attacked and ego's being rejected, right? You have to realize that sometimes, like Ben is going, like they are so picking on him so bad that they started going through the animals. And I said, but Ben, you love animals. So every time they call you an animal, pick an animal, just be like, you love horses. Tell them about the horses. Be like, I love horses. When you start acting like it doesn't bother you anymore, when you start acting like you don't care, like the trolls, for instance, the trolls come on here, and I don't let them bother me, and I don't let them hurt my feelings, because in the blessing is that they're making me money, and I was picked on too when I was little, and I was called the N-word when I was little a lot, a lot, a lot. But you know what? I think it like prepares you. Be happy that you're getting picked on, because that means that you have a better future than everybody else, and whatever is coming your way, God's going to bless you, because you know what? God got to make you strong because you're his strong sheep, and he got to throw you to Satan, and Satan is making you stronger because he's picking on you and he's making you get tougher and tougher skin. And then eventually, when you realize that all this is just ego and you start letting it go and you start working on practicing the I don't care, then what happens is that they will leave you alone. They won't be able to pick on you anymore. They'll be like, oh, well, this is not fun, and then they won't pick on you anymore. So this is something to think about when you're going through it, enemy guy. And everything is temporary, and sometimes it helps, even though it hurts like hell. It helps because it's character building, because it teaches us how to deal, like for me being like doing what I do, an astrologer, a witch, a Jew, a Haitian, oh my God, you know, it's like, but I don't care, you see, because I think I've been, you know, God prepares you for the fight that you're going to do in the future. So I've been prepared to take on the bullies and not give a shit and not care and be like, okay, what's the point? I'm getting paid anyway. So you got to think of it like that, because sometimes I think it's character building in a way. So you got to change your mindset about the bullying and see it as character building, because it's preparing you to become somebody important that's going to have to deal with important things. And sometimes people are not going to like what you say, but you're going to say it anyways. You're going to do it anyways. And you're going to see that you're going to end up being stronger because you change your consciousness. You need to change your consciousness, and then your reality with these people will change. Okay, so practice on accepting the situation. Practice that this is character building, because something bigger and better in my life is going to come, because I have to prepare for this. It's kind of like God preparing you to fight, and you got to learn how to fight, but not physically fight, but emotionally fight and put things in perspective. So your consciousness needs to change, okay? And then once your consciousness change, you're not going to allow nobody to bother you, okay? And my son did that. My son did that, and yeah, the boy doesn't bother him no more, you know, because he said, I don't care what you say, you know. He said, I don't care what you say. So it was like, exactly, why, you know, he don't care, you know. And he's the most popular boy in school, and I told him, heavy is the crown that wears it. Is people are going to love you and hate you, so you're going to have to learn to deal with it. Take the ugly with the good, you know, because it's all relevant in your life. For others of you, remember, when it comes to your partner, that you see is what you get. Don't go pushing your partner into being something they're not, because then they're going to really blow up on you. You could feel very devalued, whether it be at work or in your relationships at this time, because you do all the work, and right now you're wanting your thank you in the relationship, and you're not getting your thank you, you're not getting your praise, you're feeling devalued in your relationships at this time. And this could also be work related with this energy. For some of you, you could be feeling the pressure to perform, which can cause you some anxieties. For others of you, careful with Neptune in Aquarius, because you see what you want to see at this time, either with relationships, or someone could be scamming you out of your money and making promises to you that they're not willing to keep with this energy. So pick and choose your battles with other people, because you could be, somebody could be stirring the pot, but you may not want to lick the spoon at this time. This could be you wanting to lick the spoon with this energy as well, okay? So just like realize that with this energy, somebody could be contradicting themselves at this time, and you just kind of like call them out on their stuff with this energy. You do want to fight with somebody, or you want to argue with them, because you're playing devil's advocate here, or you want to play devil's advocate in regards to a relationship, especially with family, and you could be kind of trying to bring out the pettiness out on certain family members at this time. Then others of you, other people right now may find you very attractive. So this is a great time to mingle if you're single. Ooh la la, bitches. Okay, you may become more popular and creative. You may feel out of step socially with those around you and have a hard time fitting in, which is a good thing, because that means that you're growing in consciousness, and your consciousness is changing at this time, and you're vibrating on a different level. So that's really awesome. All right, important relationships may end. Your uniqueness seems to work to put you at odds against others, because you no longer belong in that section. For some of you, this is a great time for those of you in media and social media. A lot of growth with business, or a lot of you, you could even become more of an influencer at this time in your own life. For some of you, this is not the easiest time with family or dealing with family. You're not feeling appreciated for all that you do. You could even be a little bit defensive or sensitive. For some of you, you could be feeling a little bit oppressed, because you're not getting your way in certain situations, especially with family. So family could be calling the shots, or having more influence over you or your money matters. This could be a difficult time saving money for some of you here, because you got to spend it on everybody else but you. So you could be feeling some kind of way. Hey, Al, your values are changing, and as a result, you may be selling some of what you own. Your financial plans are changing as well. Your desire to stand apart as an individual and a creator is at odds with your deeper insecurities. overcompensation for past wounds or trying to bypass your unresolved insecure ties regarding not being seen, heard, or appreciated can actually get in the way of your success now if you're not careful, okay? Then Mars is conjunct with Venus and is forming a beautiful air trine as well. And Mars conjunct Venus is a beautiful thing too in your first house. So you may be the object of someone else's affection. Others may take notice of your attractiveness. Personal popularity increases. The focus is going to be more on your personal life. You do have a T-square happening with the first, fourth, seventh house. So this is going to bring an ending to relationships. And, you know, it's going to be a very passionate. So it's going to be like fighting, you know, how it ends. So there's going to be fighting. For others of you, you may not be getting along with a live-in relationship. For others of you, you could feel stuck in your situation, especially when it comes to things that you're obligated to with other people. And this could be family as well. The family that live outside the home, and you could feel stifled by those relationships as well. I feel this is because you have so many beautiful trines happening with your second house with money that it could be a situation with home business, and you feel like, you know, your partner is not being very helpful when it comes to helping you out and helping you grow at this time, and kind of like spending your money instead of helping you save money, or not caring about what you do, or not valuing like your like how much you make and how much you do, and they don't value that, and they're like oh poo poo, like you know, it's nothing, you know, and it's like, oh bitch, you know. So it's kind of like that, you know, and they're not helping you take care of the kids, and they're putting all the weight on you at this time, so you could be fighting over that with this energy as well. Alrighty. Oh, that's it. Okay. So the first card I come up with is Sun card. You stand out more. You stand out to be seen with this energy as well. Okay. So yeah, good evening, Arian. So the Devil card, for some of you, I feel like you're going to start taking your life a little bit more seriously. I feel for some of you, this is a time where you're changing emotionally on an emotional level, and this is a time where you're putting your partying ways away, and you're kind of growing up at this time with this energy, okay? So for some of you, you're growing up with this energy at this time, and you're quitting getting lit, or you're in a situation where you have no choice but to grow up. So some of you could be like a new parent, and you could be like having to grow up and take care of your child, and having to to just like adult, you know. So there are some situations now where you're having to be more responsible with this energy here. Alrighty. For some of you, if you have been bored like all this year and last year, your routine is starting to change now. So things are starting to get exciting. So you got to put down the gaming system and stuff like that, and you have to start creating a new routine for yourself. The Ace of Coins, mastering your money situation, creating your own reality at this time. For some of you, this could be getting a job this week with this energy here, so this could be a very good time for that. The Eight of Wands, this could be traveling coming up. This could be good news you could be receiving in regards to getting a job this week with this energy. And I feel like, you know, this is a time where you're also going to be working on yourself with this energy, and a lot of you have been since last year like focusing on you and working on you with these energies. The Page of Cups, you need to watch your emotional self during this time period. So this week can be like an emotional roller coaster ride, because you take things personally. I take things personally. I'm very sensitive. Okay. So you take things personally with this energy. You get like very defensive very quickly with this energy. So you need to practice on not doing that and kind of like helping yourself, because you're going to find that this week is like an emotional roller coaster ride. And you're like, I'm up, I'm down, I'm up, I'm down, you know, and it's very annoying. All right. The Judgment card, major decisions are coming up, endings, divorce happening. For some of you, you could be quitting your job. For others of you, you're going to be kicked out of a situation, group, or organization because it no longer applies in your life. So don't cry Argentina about it. Just be happy and be like, good, I'm glad I'm gone. Bye, bitch. You know, because it means that something better is coming along in your life. Good news is happening for you at this time. So just take in all the good that's coming to you. The Knight of Cups, I feel for some of you here, this could be a pregnancy happening. So like I said, you could be changing your lifestyle around, because you could be pregnant, or you could you could be pregnant, or you could be having a baby, and it's really going to make you change your way of looking at life. For others of you, this is new beginnings coming up for you. This is a very transformational time period for you. This is certain things in your life not responding. Oh, this is certain things in your life not responding. Okay, this is certain things in your life no longer applying in your life at this time with this energy. I feel also with this energy that you could also be acting on impulse, and I feel like you need to be careful because whatever response or whatever reaction you wanted to get, you're not going to get it. The Five of Wands, I feel with this energy here that you could be arguing with other people at this time. You're definitely trying to get somebody's attention. I really wouldn't do it. Just leave it alone. If they're meant to come, they will come. All right. For some of you, you could be very competitive at this time with other people in your life. All right. So I see that happening as well. So you could be like fighting with other people with this energy. For some of you, you could be more invested in your music at this time. You could be very inspired, or you just love listening to music with this energy. The Chariot card brings about a victory here coming up for you. So this could be good news with court. With this energy, this is also smooth changes coming into your life during this time period as well with this energy. So it's a beautiful time for that. The World card, I see success, fame, recognition. So those of you who are musicians, this is your popularity is increasing at this time. You tend to stand out more during this time period as well. So all eyes are on you this week. You could be the doll baby at work with this energy here, and this could be a beautiful energy time for you in regards to work with this energy. Okay, the Knight of Wands, this is new beginnings and new people coming into your life. For some of you, you have a very strong personality, and sometimes, you know, when you have a very strong personality, like you're bubbly, you're optimistic, you're sassy, you know, people tend to want to bully you down because they want you to fit in their box. I say take your box and shove it up your ass, you know, so you're not putting baby in the box. So, you know, do you, don't conform, be yourself, because they're jealous. You know, it's like my son. My son said, I want these shoes. They like light up when he walks, right? And then he also has the little skating ones. And this little boy kept picking on him about his shoes. And then I told him to tell the little boy, be like, your mom wants to know, do you want your shoes? And he asked the little boy, do you want my shoes? Is that why you keep picking on me? And he's like, yes. And then he's like, no, shut up. And then I just like, hey, come home. He told me. And he's like, you're right, Mom. He wanted my shoes. And I said, I told you. That's why he's picking on you, because he wants your shoes. You know, so, you know, we all have to have like this different conversation about like why people are attacking us, why people are bullying us, because we could find that there's a different story behind it. Sometimes people don't know how to talk to us and they want to be our friends and they don't know how to do it. So they have to pick on us because that's how they're going to get our attention, you know. So have a different conversation with the brain in regards to getting bullied with this energy, and start looking at it from a different angle with this energy. Oh yeah, I'm horrible with my son, with these kids, because it's like I've been bullied so much in school. It's like I'm his like shield, and he comes home with his problems and he tells me, and then I tell him the answers and he goes back and he does that, you know. Yeah, the agenda is real. The agenda is real. Exactly. All right, I do see restlessness happening at this time, so there's definitely impatience for things that you want, but that's going to change here soon. The Four of Wands, I see you being like working home, working home, working home. So you could be feeling restless because of that. You're very much cerebral and in your head for some of you here with this energy. So you need to be careful with this energy and the conversations that you have. I do see a job interview coming up for some of you. The Tower card, this could be a move happening. Pluto energy, certain things may no longer apply in your life. For some of you, not all of you, there could be some drastic changes happening in your life with this energy. I do have a lovely relationship with my son. I love him. He's the most cutest little thing. He wants to do videos, and I told him he couldn't do videos because he wants to do cooking videos, because I taught him how to cook, because I don't really spend time with him. So when I'm in the kitchen cooking, he cooks with me, and he wants to do cooking videos, and I said, your grades are not good. So once your grades are like A's and B's, we can talk about it. So he didn't like that answer. So anyways, this could also be traveling coming up for some of you here with this energy, okay? The Ace of Cups, I see emotional validation coming to you. So this could be truth being revealed. You could be going through some thorough changes in your life at this time as well with this energy here. For some of you, this could be lucky in love during this time. So ooh la la, you know, so beautiful time for love with this energy. The Five of Cups, for some of you, if you're going through it, this is a great time to put it into create something creative, like art, like music with this energy here. I do feel like for some of you, you know, listening to this, that you are a bit of a cynic, so you have to like touch it, feel it in order to believe it at this time with this energy. He's such a cool little boy. He's so sass. Oh my God, the shit that he does. The shit that he does. Like me and my ex-husband were divorced, right? My God. You know what he got into a fight. I'm not going to go into it. But he listens to his mom way too much on the astrology, right? He's a Libra rising and a sun in Taurus. And I said, oh my God, he basically, I don't know, okay, so I guess I'll tell the story. So like what happened, story time, okay? So what happened? All right, so he was sitting there not listening to me, of course, the stubborn little asshole bull, not listening to me. And I was like, I'm going to beat you up. And he's on his gaming chair like this, like really coyishly playing on his gaming chair. And I'm like, I'm going to kick your ass. And he's like, and then he looks at me holding his remote control. And he said, and I don't think he understands what divorce is, but I don't know. But he looks at me and goes, don't you think the person you should be kicking ass is the one outside the door that uses you for money and cheats on you? I swear to God, my friend Marvin passed away, but I swear to God, somewhere there was a tornado and an earthquake happening all at the same time, because I know that man fell to the ground in heaven and landed on some kind of thunderstorm, and we were just like, ah! And I was screaming, and I was like, oh my God. And he said, did I spill tea? I said, no, bitch. You dropped the whole thing. You dropped the whole tea set all over and made a mess. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you going to clean it up? And I was just like, oh my God, who did I raise? And then it got worse. So Jared's hearing me scream. I'm falling to the floor. I know my friend Marvin falling right down to the floor and started some kind of massive earthquake somewhere in some kind of country. And I was like, oh my God. And then this sassy ass bitch stood up. His father comes in the house. He stands up and he said, and I said, tell your daddy what you just said. And he said, well, mommy tried to threaten to beat me up, and I know that she's not going to beat me up. And I told her that, don't you think that the person she should be putting hands on for using her for money and sleeping with other women through her marriage is you? And Jared was like, oh my God. And I don't know what the hell happened, and I forgot what was said because I kind of blanked out at that point because I thought Jared was going to beat his ass. And Ben was like, and I said, Ben, tap into your Libra energy. And he said, no, mommy, I'm a sun in Taurus, and on the other side of that is a Scorpio. And I just went, and I was just like, no, bitch, it isn't. Oh my God. And he's like, I am not tapping into that Libra. And I was just like, oh my God. And I was just like, and he said, this is you. And I said, no, this is you, bitch. This is you. He's not stupid. He's not stupid, okay? And I was like, oh my God. He's like, I'm intriguing my Scorpio side right now. And I was just like, oh my God. And I said, Ben, you're a Libra rising. He's like, I don't like being a Libra rising. I like my Scorpio. And he's like, oh my God. I was just like, oh my God. He's intriguing his descendant. I was just like, I could not believe it. So that day, I know somewhere in the world, there was a tornado and an earthquake. So I know my friend Marvin was falling from the damn sky. He was like, oh my God. It's just like, Jesus Christ. What the hell did she raise? Ben is going to be 11 in April. Ben is 10. Yeah, Ben is the truth. Ben will spill the damn tea. He does, and he has no shits to give. He will just, you cannot, the minute Jared tries to like lie to me or anything, because he does everything in front of my son. And the minute he tries, he's like, boom. He's like, hello, goodbye. No, that's not what happened. Tell her what happened. I mean, it's just the most craziest shit in the world. I'm just like, wow. I'm like, this is my life. This is my life. I'm like, oh my God. And I know my friend Marvin just sitting there, just like, I love her life. Her life is so messed up. It's like, Jesus Christ. So I couldn't believe that. My son. And he's not scared. I think he got so much animosity towards Jared. He's not even like scared of him. He's just like blah 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 blah. You know? He really is. I keep telling him to be about bigger picture and he's like, I can't. You can't go attacking my mommy and constantly hurting her feelings and using her and then expect me to love you. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, damn. I know. I raised a mama's boy that if he, oh my God, it's like damn. If I swear if he gets married and that woman does not like me, that relationship gonna end super quick. It's gonna be like, you can go now, bye bitch. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, I just thought that was just the most craziest thing that's ever happened in my whole entire world. I mean, I know my friend Marvin probably replayed that a few times in heaven, was just like, oh my God, this child. Anyway, so this is a time of artistic inspiration for you as well with this energy. Uh, I tell you, my friend Marvin loves my life. It's like, he's just like Jesus Christ. He's like, this bitch's life. Oh my God. Let's see what's on the Marie tube. So, anyways, I digress. I digress. So, this is a time period here where, again, there's an emphasis on new job happening here. Throw yourself into your creative work with this energy. The High Priestess card, trust your intuition at this time. I do feel like you're going to be receiving emotional validation for your intuition. I do feel like you could be dealing with somebody emotionally unavailable, but they're going to let you know about their feelings for you. Okay? They're going to talk to you about that. Alrighty. So I don't see that that relationship is over. Even though you want to think it's over, it's not. They will talk to you. They will reach out to you with this energy. You just have to be patient. You have to be on other people's time with this energy. Okay, so be patient during this time period. Alrighty, the Seven of Coins, I feel for some of you here, yeah, you could be like doubting this energy. All right, you have something heavy on your mind. You could be relying on your intuition for answers, and I do feel like your intuition will guide you to the right place in the right time. The King of Wands, I do see somebody with a significant age difference, so this could be the one that's emotionally unavailable that you're crushing on at this time, and they're going to let you know. And I do see that you will get this person. Okay, eventually they could be going through a divorce, or they could be really busy with their life, or whatever is going on with their life. Maybe they're trying to get their life under control before they go into a relationship. Maybe they're trying to heal from a relationship, that kind of thing. The Eight of Swords, you could be going through it emotionally. So don't focus on what you can control. Don't invest so much into the situation. It's happening. It's just not going to happen on your time. It could more than likely happen in March or April, because all the planets are going to be moving into the sign of Aries. So everybody has like a little bit more gumption. I do see you moving in with your partner for some of you. For some of you, you may eventually move in with this person as well, okay? The Queen of Wands, the energy is very giving to you. So as above, so below. Keep the energy positive. I see new love with this energy. I feel that some people in your life are going to be experiencing the same karma that you went through. It's because they poo-pooed on you about your karma. So now it's kind of like it's circling back. Some people have to go through the same situation that you went through because they have to put themselves in your shoes, and some people don't know how to put themselves in other people's shoes, so they have to go through the same experiences so they can understand how you felt. Okay, because they needed to understand how you felt while going through certain processes. So that's why we have these situations. All right, the Star card, manifesting what you want at this time with this energy, wishes coming true. During this time, your consciousness is changing. You have more of a self-awareness. You're more about bigger picture. You're more about people with this energy and wanting to help people, wanting to do something like activism, volunteer your time and energy. You want to take care and nurture people in your life. The Queen of Cups, new love around you with this energy. You could be receiving a message of love with this energy. I feel eventually you won't be single much longer. Okay, so I see that happening. Love is happening. It's around the corner, so it's not happening anytime soon. But trust your intuition. I do feel like you know who it is. Alrighty, so just keep the energy positive. Allow this person to come in when they're ready to come in. Don't force things. You know, people don't like to be put on the spot like that, because that's when everything becomes complicated. And then you start questioning yourself about the situation. Did I do this right? Did I do that right? You know, and then nothing transpires. Okay, I do feel like this is a creative time for you. This is a great time for artists with this energy. The Hierophant card, this is a great time for groups or organizations, a time for introspection. Fate is definitely intervening at this time with this energy. So expect the unexpected when it comes to changes in your life with this energy. All right. The Ten of Swords, you could be starting over in certain areas of your life. This can be a reversal of fortune. Some of you, I'm hearing jail time, so stay on the right side of the law with this energy. Don't go testing the law with this energy. For others of you, you're delving more into your spirituality. For some of you, you could be going to a spiritual retreat this week to celebrate the full moon in Virgo energy as well. So I see that coming up for you with this energy. Alrighty. The King of Coins, I do see trials and tribulations coming up for you during this time period. Alrighty. So I see that happening. Like I said, your emotions are going to be up and down. So try not to be reactive when it comes to changes, because everything is meant to happen for a reason. The Death card, Pluto energy. So certain things may no longer apply in your life this week. You know, I do feel like with the Ten of Swords energy, it is creating chaos in your life during this time period. But some of you are actually going through your Saturn return at 9 degrees, or you're intriguing your Neptune and Aquarius at this time, and you need to be careful with Mars and Venus as well, because they're not well aspected this week. Okay, I love you, my airbenders. Thank you for letting me tell my story time. Yes, my sassy ass son. I swear, I swear. And then he has like his son in his 9th house, so that's really good for somebody to be in a leadership position. So I'll be interested. He might be a doctor, or he might be a lawyer with that energy, or somebody famous one day, you know, but he'll, I don't know. I feel sorry for whoever comes in his way, because he's going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to tell you off. I know, right? True story too. I swear to God, my friend Marvin probably dropped dead, like dropped dead again. Went, oh my God. I love my friend Marvin. My friend Marvin is still around me in spirit. What I like about him is that when Jared lies to me in my face in my house, Marvin will flick him in the balls. And he has done it now on twice. The first time was right after he died. Jared said something to me, because I asked him, are you going to go see Juggernauts? Juggernauts is one of his girlfriends. And he said no. And then Marvin flicked him in the balls. And he stuck the bird up in the air, called me a witch. And I said, what did I do? And he said, I just got flicked in the balls by Marvin. And I went, maybe you should stop lying to me. Neptune left a long time ago in my chart. I am a sun at, my birthday's on the 21st. So my sun is at 1 degrees. Neptune is at 26 degrees. So it's long gone away from me. It's like, whoo, whoo, whoo. You know, it's not even sectiling. It's not doing nothing to my chart. Let me see, where is that? 26 degrees. Yeah, you know, so it's long gone. Yeah. I love Marvin. Marvin is everywhere. And so is Jared's friend Marcus. Jared's friend Marcus knocked down all these evil eye things in December when he passed away. And I was so happy he passed away, because he was a child diabetic, and the poor man was falling apart. I mean, it was horrible. He like lost almost all his limbs, his eyeball and stuff like that. But when he passed, he was so trying to get my attention. My attention when you're knocking down my evil eye shit. Bring out my sage, start freaking scanning Anabacoa all over my walls. I am like, oh my God, I have, you know. And then when I realized he passed away, I was just like, oh. And even my mother-in-law, she was like, okay, now you need to get this, and now you need to get that. And I'm like, I don't know why you're attacking me. And it was Marcus. So I love it. I love it. I still do love my in-laws, and my father-in-law doesn't like me because of his wife. My mother-in-law loves me, but the problem is that she kept telling her son how to treat me better and stuff, and then when I left, he blamed her. So me and her aren't really allowed to talk to each other. But trust, when we do talk, we talk, but we don't talk about him, and we don't talk about my relationship with him. So it's a little bit different. It's a bit different. It's a very strained, you know, and it's very sad. And I do love her, you know. And me and my brother-in-law, we have, I thought we were close too. I think we still are close. It's just that I don't know, the dynamics change after you divorce. So it's kind of like, and it kind of sucks too because I really love my brother-in-law. So it is what it is. You know, one day we'll figure it out and we'll, you know, then we'll be close again, you know, but it is what it is right now, you know. It's the art of divorce. So far I'm a good co-parent, so thank God for that. And he's a good co-parent, you know, and my son, and I have to play psychiatrist, child psychiatrist to my son because, you know, these women are so damn aggressive. It's like 3 months into a relationship and the bitch is married and you trying to get my son to call you mommy. It's like, girl, where your ring at? Where your ring at, girl? Okay, don't be stupid. Where your ring at? Don't you have to get a divorce first before you... I told my son to tell her that, to tell her, where her ring? Where's your ring, you know? Thank you. I know divorce fits me well. Anyways, thank you everybody for being on. I'm going to go over to Pisces. All right, and I love you guys. Thank you for listening to my stories.